Hey guys, what's going on? O Timothy here. Just got back from the Fury and Philly rally over the weekend, December 8th, 2018. And now I'm back at work. I made it safely back to Florida in about 15 hours. Hey bud, what's up? So yeah, just making this video to say that I am so pissed that I did not get any freaking footage, man. My phone, I had to use it as a GPS on the way, so it completely drained out the battery. And when I got there, the freaking car charger just wasn't charging fast enough. It just was not catching a charge, and I couldn't leave my phone in the car because I had to lock the door, and I had to take the key, and whatever. So I didn't get any footage when I was there. I'm so upset. But plenty of other people got footage. Zoom Truth, shout out to Zoom Truth for putting on the event. It was awesome meeting you, bro. You're a good dude. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't get down on things. Try to keep a positive spin on things. Yes, there, out of the 30 people that were supposed to show up, I think maybe there was like 10, 15 people there at most. 10 people probably. Shout out to Rob at Level Earth. Respice Finem. George, what's up, man? It was awesome meeting you guys. Shout out to Bill. Shout out to Marilyn, Spirit Level. She was there, of course. Shout out to Dave, Flat Earth 101. And it was kind of disappointing, though, that more people didn't show up and more people weren't, even aware of it in the community. Like, some of the more, popular channels. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, so we set up originally inside the park, but then we got kicked out. And then I suggested that we go on the other side where the sun was shining, and we had that big building, that big face where we put the Research Flat Earth banner up, and that caught a lot of attention when we were doing it, and we were kind of screaming and shouting while we were doing it, and kind of just putting the word out. And then we kind of went into the audience. We kind of took all the banners and we made like little stands out of them. That was a really good idea. And so we went to it, man, and we kicked some ass out there. I tell you what, like, we were handing out banners, brochures, flyers, postcards, business cards, and people were taking them, man. And we had a big audience for a while until the cops came and removed us physically from the premises. But we were still allowed to kind of float at the edge of the park on the sidewalk and still kind of reach, a lot of people that way. Just the fact that we were getting kicked out of the park brought a lot of attention to us as well. So yeah, they made us take down the big Research Flat Earth banner that was hanging across the street. It was huge. It was all up. The whole park could see it. It was great. So yeah, man, it was really awesome. I'm so happy I went, and I'm so happy that I'm a flat earther, and that I'm in this community with all these awesome people out there who are also willing to, put the time and effort and dedication and the energy in to, going out there and just spreading the truth, spreading God's word. And there were a lot of Christians there. Most of the people that showed up were Christians, so I'm happy to see that. Also, there was like this other separate group of Jesus activists who were out there with banners and a megaphone. They were screaming about, how you can't be homosexual, you can't be a whoremonger, blah, 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 and telling all people what they're doing wrong and everything. And to me, that's not the right way to do it, you know what I mean? But more power to them for at least going out there and trying. So that kind of also took away from our message a little bit, though, because they were also screaming, oh, don't believe these flat earthers, they're all stupid, the flat earth is so stupid. And they were screaming this on the megaphone, the Christian group that was there. And that's really upsetting to see that they couldn't just support, or even just not support, just don't say anything bad about us. We're all on the same team. We're all supporting Jesus and God's truth here. So that was kind of upsetting to see, but anyways, we were there for a couple hours, and you know, we got into a few heated debates with people like Chuck, the event manager, whatever guy who was there. He kind of was giving us crap the whole time and kind of getting in the way of our banners and telling us we had to leave and telling us the cops are coming and trying to threaten us and scare us and tell us, oh, you know, we're trying to be polite and ask you to leave before we have to get the cops involved. And of course they did get the cops involved because we, you know, it's our right to be there. We weren't selling anything. We're not soliciting. So yeah, there was a sign in the front of the park that said no soliciting or whatever. And they had an event going on with promoters and, you know, merch tables and whatnot. So yeah, I understand their point as far as, you know, they're there first and they're set up and, you know, they didn't want anything to bother their customers or whatever. But to me, it's still a free speech issue. You know, okay, yes, we won't set up banners in the park while you got this event going on, but we're still going to be in the park during the event, and we have the right to free speech, and we have the right to hand out flyers and information. That's not illegal. That's not soliciting people. So, you know, just shout out to everyone who went and put up with all that stuff and, you know, hung tough. And it was a really awesome day. We went out and had dinner afterwards with a bunch of the guys, and yeah. Anyways, so Dave, it was awesome to meet you, bro, and I'm really happy with the work you're doing, and I'm glad you have an audience, you know, to reach people and kind of get the word out for stuff like this. And I had mentioned to you that maybe we should do the White House next, because I think as long as we have free speech and the right to be there, you know, especially at the front of the front gates, you know, that the gates in front of the White House, I think we should put the Flat Earth banner up on that, and that'll be our next target, maybe. What do you think? So I'm just thinking out loud, but it is getting cold, so maybe we could plan it for maybe early spring or something anyway, so we have a long time to get, you know, the awareness out to an event, the next one, and really kind of push it to all the big channels to do some promoting for it and really call their bluff on, you know, whether or not they actually care about FE activism, and, you know, put their money where their mouth is, and at least just, you know, promote the events that people, you know, are doing, and hopefully we'll get like at least 50 to 100 people next time. If we have a couple of months to plan and promote, I think we'll have a much better show up next time. And I think a lot of the people that decided not to come to this one, that were aware of it, are gonna kind of watch the footage and kind of be itching to really get out there and do it with us, and really just kind of, you know, put their best foot forward and just commit to doing something like that, or even just start going out and doing their own activism in their own community. So this was a win-win, if you ask me. No matter how many people showed up, you know, no matter how many times we put on these events, I think they'll continually start to grow no matter what. I don't think we're not gonna get less people at the next one. So yeah, it's just my views on it. I think we did a really good job with what we had, and with the adversity that we were up against. We got the message out to hundreds of people there, and, you know, a lot of people laughed, and there were some trolls there trying to get in the way of our banners and trying to tell people that we don't believe us and we're full of you know, crap or whatever. And you know, and Chuck at one point said, you know, don't believe anything this guy says. And I said, thanks, Chuck. Thanks for the layup, brother, because that's exactly what I want them to think. I don't want them to trust me. I want them to do their own research. And I said, thanks for the layup. And he didn't even understand that he actually helped me out with that situation there. So, Chuck, much love to you, brother. I know you don't agree with our viewpoints on the earth or even God, and that's the big thing. He didn't want to acknowledge that God was real, and that's why he couldn't accept, you know, creation and biblical cosmology and all that. So, but much love to you, brother. I hope you just, you know, seek God and you know, you come to the truth on your own time, if that's what you want. But yeah, anyways, so shout out to to everyone that went to the event. It was awesome meeting all you guys. I'm probably forgetting a few names already. Oh, Mario playing, what was it? The Peak Level 1 Mario from the Bronx. Bro, it was awesome meeting you too. You're the man. And Frankie and Dwayne were awesome too. And yeah, we had fun. And hope we can stay in touch and kind of pull our resources together and kind of see what the next move is going to be. But I think we all did a really good job, and Fury in Philly was a success. It was a failure in a lot of ways because not many people showed up, but it was also a success because we went out there nonetheless, no matter what, and we still did it. And people are going to see that, and it's going to inspire a lot of people, I think. And also, we just reached a lot of people out there in that park, man. We there were a lot of people who were kind of really questioning and really kind of taking a serious look at the information. So we did a really good job. So I hope we can do more events like this in the future, and definitely going to try and organize some more events down here in Florida. I'm thinking about maybe doing this at the Kennedy Space Center as well, depending on how much time and energy and resources that we can marshal into doing something like that. But again, just thinking out loud. So if anyone else in the Florida area has any ideas on things they want to do, or I know there's probably some meetups going on in the Orlando area. I'm probably going to those. So if you're in the North Tampa area, or in your Tampa area, hit me up and we'll get together and we can do some activism together. We can just, hit up grocery stores or laundromats, or just places where a lot of people are, and we can go out there and spread the message. So anyways, guys, I'm at work, got to get back to work. It was awesome meeting you all at the event at Fury in Philly. It was definitely a success, I think, and definitely hope to see more of this in the future. So again, I'm sorry I couldn't get any footage, but there's plenty of other footage out there, hopefully. So anyways, you guys take care. I'll see you later.